Hi guys, my name is Danielle and I own the blog Nomad Moda, and today I am unboxing the new Apple MacBook Pro. This is the box that it came in. Today is February 4th. They delivered it yesterday, which on the Apple website it said it would be delivered between February 3rd and 10th. So I was actually expecting it to arrive later, but I'm really happy that it arrived yesterday, because the reason I got this is because my current computer, which is also a MacBook Pro, it's not doing so well. Sometimes it'll just shut down, it'll go dark. And the MacBook Pro, my current computer that I've had, is a mid 2012, so it's pretty old and it was really just time to upgrade. So it sometimes just goes dark when I'm using it, and then it won't turn back on, and then sometimes when I turn it on it'll take oh my gosh, last week or 2 weeks ago, when I really decided, okay, I need a computer, it took 3 hours for it to turn back on. So it's like, okay, enough is enough. I waited as long as I possibly could. It's time to upgrade. Also, I obviously do a lot of video editing and photo editing, and running Photoshop and Lightroom and Adobe Premiere was just getting really challenging. The upgrades I couldn't even upgrade Photoshop or upgrade to the newest Mac operating system because the computer just didn't have enough RAM to handle it. So I got this new MacBook Pro with the M1 chip. Part of the reason it took so long to get to me, which, let me see when I ordered it. I actually ordered it on January 16th and now it is February 4th, and part of the reason it took so long to get to me is because I configured it. The problem that I always run into, and I'm not like a tech person, so take this with a grain of salt, but the problem that I always run into being like a photographer and blogger and creating videos and editing photos is that I never have enough RAM. I also always have to upgrade my storage. So I think this computer, the MacBook Pro 2012, when I bought it, I think it had 256 gigabytes of storage, and then I upgraded to 500, and then I upgraded again to a terabyte, and a terabyte has been enough. And I have a 16 terabyte backup drive, so I have plenty of space on my backup drive, but I like to also like store photos on my computer, so it's nice to have that extra space so it doesn't just like get backed up and then the computer starts running slower. So I configured this MacBook Pro. I got the 13-inch because I like to travel with my computer, so I wanted still the smaller screen. Obviously that's personal preference. I know a lot of people want the 16-inch screen so that they can see more when they're editing, and Mac, they did try to upgrade me to the 16-inch. They're like, oh, you're a photographer, why don't you get the 16-inch? And I was like, yo, this is robbery. This computer was $2,083. But if you break it down, my old computer lasted 9 years. So if you break it down monthly, which is how I like to think about it, justifying these big purchases, it's really not that much. It's reasonable. So hopefully I have future-proofed this machine, this computer, and it will last a long time with the M1 chip, the 1 terabyte of storage, and the 16 gigabytes of RAM. And because of the 1 terabyte of storage and the 16 gigabytes of RAM, which are both an upgrade for the MacBook Pro 13-inch, that is why they had to configure it, and it took longer to get to me. But it has arrived, so let's open it up. So first, I'm going to take off the plastic wrapper that we have here. Exciting! Okay, and then let's open the box. I really should be doing this on a table. I don't want to drop my brand new computer. Let's be careful here. Ta-da! I always love Apple's packaging. So streamlined, so minimal, so pretty. Okay, so here we have the computer. And then in the box, we have our cable cord, which the cord is USB-C to USB-C. Then we have their little pamphlet, and we have the block for charging the computer. Inside this pamphlet, we have well, it just has the features, which I'm really excited about, the touch ID and the touch bar. I had to remember what it was called because I haven't had that. We also have some silver stickers. I have a guitar case that I always put all my stickers on, and they're just kind of collected there, so that's probably where these will go. All right, so this cord is always wrapped really nicely, and I can never get it wrapped that well again, so we're gonna undo it, mess it up forever. So let's take off this plastic wrap. And I got space gray, so the darker color. My old computer is the my old computer is the lighter color. So then they have the screen protector. Just take that off. And it is loading. It's really light. It's way lighter than my old computer. Okay, so here we have the setup.
To use English as the main language, press the return key.
I'm going to choose English. Now I'm selecting my country, which is the United States, in case you didn't know where it was. Just click continue. Accessibility. There's so many new features because my old computer is 9 years old. So Apple has obviously added a lot of new features. Selecting my Wi-Fi, so set that up. I have to go look, I don't remember what it is. So Migration Assistant is where I'm at currently. And I want to transfer the data from my old MacBook Pro to the new MacBook Pro. So this might take a little while. Asking me to connect to power. So I'm going to connect to power and take off the wrapper of the cube. Oh gosh, I just ripped it, whatever. Not gonna be needing that again, I guess. Let's see, plug this in here. I love the USB-C cords, so nice. So here's the old MacBook Pro. Here's the new MacBook Pro. I've set everything up. I did the migration from the old MacBook Pro to the new MacBook. And what's really awesome is it has the Touch ID, so we're just gonna do that to unlock the computer. Okay, so it's actually a new day. It's 2 days later, I think. It took a while to do the migration from one computer to the other. I started it and then I didn't have access to either computer and I needed to use them, so I canceled it and I had to restart. It depends how much you have on your computer. So finally, it's migrated. I started it again at night so I could just go to bed and it would migrate throughout the night. I recommend doing that. So you can see that the computer is pretty much set up now. I have to fix Word and Excel, but everything else is running smoothly. It has all my documents and my account in there. I love the keyboard on this computer. I also really love that there's a button for emojis, so you can easily access all the emojis there. I'm gonna start using this, and if you guys want, I can come back and do maybe like a month later or a few months later update on using this for photography and videography and blogging, so you can know how the M1 chip runs with Photoshop and Adobe Premiere. So let me know if you want that. You can comment below, and I hope you guys really liked this unboxing of the new computer, the MacBook Pro with the M1 chip. Again, this has 1 terabyte of storage. It is upgraded and configured with 16 gigabytes of RAM. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss any future videos, and I will see you next week. Here's the guitar case. It literally has like all my stickers from years